Hello. So today is now Wednesday and I was supposed to start on the project on Monday, and I just kept putting it off and did other stuff because I felt really nervous about starting it. And I think that's because I think I'm scared that I don't know, that I'm being presumptuous or not exactly disrespectful, but pretentious or reductionist, or I don't know, insert adjective here, but that the thing is, okay, I need to also remind myself that I'm not really trying to embody or learn that style within just a few days. I'm just trying to sort of study it, see what it inspires me to do and what I can borrow, what things I can take from it into my self-portrait. So on that note, I did some softcore Google search. That sounds really dirty, but I did some softcore Google searches, and I think I'm gonna start with Matisse for this week. And that's because I think I feel like Fauvism might be I don't want to say easier, but would be, I just feel for some reason that Fauvism just seemed a little less intimidating to me at the moment, and I think I need to start with something I find not so intimidating. I realized that painting it made me feel really happy, really free. Not painting it, but drawing and following the scribbles made me feel really happy. And I think it's sort of this tension, because earlier today I was having a conversation with a friend who's a poet, and she was talking about how she includes a lot of ideas around dance in her works. We were discussing this one poem of hers that talk about celebrating the body and stuff like that, and how dance is a common theme in her life, and she kind of likes to dig into this idea of shame and self-consciousness, and how dance in a way is dance is kind of tied to that, in the sense that you are giving up the self-judgment, and I think and it's funny because a lot of there's this quote that kind of say that people expect painting to be explained, what's the meaning, etc. But no one ever demands that of music, and that's because music is so easily felt. And I think in a way he's trying to what he's doing. I'm not even sure if he's trying to do that, but I feel like what he's also doing.
I think what I've learned with this challenge is that even though your painting is crap, your friends will still be with you. And that's something money can't buy, kids. So, you know what? My time was valuable.
Okay, how does it feel? I really don't think that's
Have great friends.
I think blue should really. What do you guys think? I think blue should really paint with the meat and paint with the vegetables and food, just so she can be less critical of herself. I think it's really good. I propose you paint with your feet and you paint with Nutella and kiwis and vegetables and beetroot and like make natural color because it's special.
Sanchita is telling me that I should just paint with Nutella and bananas.
You want to see ants, like ants, like a tiny zero on your bed. Okay, as always, whatever.
Maybe you should also paint with all of the chocolate that Erica produces in the oven. But I think, is there any way for you to like protect your painting with like a top coat which prevents all of the ants from being on your painting?
I like how you're like going very far with this.
Why can't you? Like I should totally love it. It sounds awesome.
No, like if you want to have an art, you make from food, go to the restaurant, order the dessert. Huh? Like usually if you go to the fancy restaurant, they do the whole painting from food. And you can eat it.
No, I'm trying to make her expand her vision of art. Which is it's supposed to look really pretty and like really, really nice. Because now she thinks your work is not nice. But I think it's
Russia.
No, really, I have a great idea. I think we should use Nutella, kiwis, strawberries, beetroot, spinach. I think all of them like stain really well. And you should also use the charcoal that Erica produces from all of the shit she burns. And then soy sauce and makeup.
But is it hard to like mix the color from?
It's okay. I feel like Luke is really like use like not being so critical of her paintings.
So tomorrow is Sunday, and which means my challenge ends tomorrow. Actually, this would be easier if I just talk to you and then I just record myself talking to you. So Sanchita, because it's not scripted at all. Sanchita, do you remember how I'm gonna paint for 1 week as like this artist? Yes. And tomorrow's Sunday, which means it would be the last day and I should just edit the video. And I thought this would be it, but I'm not very happy with it. So, I don't know, I just feel like a second grader if they did this. But, there's this dude who did a video of like himself painting like Matisse. So I found this guy called David Chandler, and he did a series of videos where he painted like Matisse, and he seems to know what he's talking about. So I'm gonna try to see what he's saying. But yeah, like already I think like he's doing a few stuff differently. Like he's overlaying the canvas first with one color and then painting over it. Like I think his process is just different. I kind of just went into it sort of like drawing the shape and then filling it with colors and then doing the outlines. I think he started with like the outline first.
I see.
That probably makes some sense, but I don't know.
No. Is that more helpful, like, or is that?
I think I'm not sure. I don't know what's the logic behind him doing it.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this week of what your perception of Matisse was, and next
I'm
week?
supposed to do another artist next week.
Yeah, your next week's artist is David Chandler, who is painting Matisse. Why not?
This
Come
makes
on.
me feel so bad about myself though.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you think
Like-
his painting looks like a second?
No, not because I'm watching him. It's just more so like, I don't know. I feel so inept about like painting because I feel like, I don't know.
because I couldn't make this pretty, and I feel like if I try to copy other artists, I might be falling short too, and I don't like falling short. Yeah.
I don't think you're falling short, but I think maybe you should deal with your feelings of falling short. So I'm gonna be honest, maybe you should have like a video series of like Erica, Lynn and I trying to copy Matisse versus you copying Matisse. And if we all get to the same level, then maybe you're falling short.
Oh, that could be a video, Sanchita, do it with me.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw stick man and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I'm actually an artist.
Well, I was supposed to finish this challenge like Sunday, but so initially you saw the first painting I tried to do, and then I wasn't happy with it because I think like Matisse pieces kind of I think should have been cleaner, and like the lines should have been more well placed, but I didn't do that. And so I tried again. It's not done, and I didn't bother finishing it. I feel like it could be going somewhere good, but I also was supposed, at least for me, it was supposed to be me trying to do a self-portrait that's inspired by Matisse and not like full-on imitating him. And so, and I came up with this. It's a rough sketch, but I wanted to play with like matte heavy colors and matte shapes, if that makes sense. And I saw these patterns in one of his paintings, so I was trying to put it at the back, and I really like where this painting was going, so I figured I'll just run with it because I was running out of time. I'll just go ahead with it. Again, I'm not super happy with this. It's not a masterpiece, but I feel like it taught me something, some things. So this is sort of like my end product from the challenge, which is like a self-portrait with Matisse inspired patterns in the background. Too bad. Like, I don't hate it. I feel like from this challenge, what I've learned is sort of like use of colors, and it definitely got me out of my comfort zone and pushed me into bouts of frustrations because it was painting in a style that I wasn't really familiar with. I like making things really realistic and was dependent on like putting pretty things inside a painting in order to make it pretty. But I think I think like with a Matisse painting, what he tries to do is like trying to create beauty with just colors and just shapes and putting it together in a way that's like compositionally pleasing. I'm pretty okay with what I ended up with. Let me know if this sort of content is something you actually like. I think I might actually step back from doing one painting per week just because I realize it is a little bit time consuming and I need to be spending my time on other projects. But if you find this content interesting, I guess give it a like and a thumbs up and comment down below. Thank you so much for watching me struggle over this. Bye bye. Challenge. I kind of was looking back at footage of myself, just the one that you saw just now, and I look really sad. And I think that's because like I don't like the feeling of underperforming, and I felt like I didn't, create something that was like incredibly pretty, but it was also like such a new style and a new way of painting and a new way of looking at how to paint or how to create visually that I was kind of, it was new to me, and so I was grasping with it a little. And I'm actually really proud of what I did now that I look back at it, and I don't think I should have been so hard on myself or so sad. It definitely taught me how, to consider another point of view when it comes to painting in terms of trying to look, instead of like trying to cram things that are pretty, but like try to rely more on colors and expression and composition in creating something that has aesthetic values in that way. It kind of opened another avenue for me in terms of like how I think about painting now, because I guess like I think I've always been such a traditionalist, trying to get like most things right, but you know, like it kind of pushed me to also like be more playful and be more vibrant, and like I don't know, I think Matisse's brain is very interesting, and it was nice to sort of like try to paint like him for a bit. I'm not sure yet how I'd incorporate it into my style later on, but this was definitely a really much needed exercise for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and please comment down below which artist I should do next. Thank you so much. Bye bye.